Today, let's read Telling the Time from Usborne Books, Usborne Farmyard Tales. This is Mrs. Boot with her two children, Poppy and Sam, and their dog, Rusty. They live at Apple Tree Farm. Poppy is learning to tell the time. Sam is learning too. It's morning. Mrs. Boot goes into Poppy and Sam's bedroom to wake them up. Rusty goes with her. He likes to play with Sam. Rusty woke me up. What's the time? It's 7 o'clock. It's time to get up, says Mrs. Boot. It's a sunny morning and we've lots of things to do today. Poppy and Sam dress and go down to the kitchen for breakfast. Poppy looks at the clock. What time is it now? It's 8 o'clock. You can tell it's 8 o'clock, says Mrs. Boot, because the little hand is on 8 and the big hand is at the top on 12. That means a whole hour. So it's 8 o'clock. Can we feed the hens after breakfast? Asked Sam. I'll give the hens their food and you can collect the eggs, Poppy, says Mrs. Boot. Hello, have you laid an egg? What's the time now? It's 9 o'clock. Can we go and see Daisy's new calf? Asked Sam. What does the clock say? It says 10 o'clock. Let's fill up Daisy's water trough and then we'll take the eggs back to the house. I expect you'd both like a drink, says Mrs. Boot. Yes, please, says Poppy. Then we'll feed the pigs, says Mrs. Boot. Daisy's calf looks just like Daisy. They all go to the pigsty. What's the time, Poppy? Asked Mrs. Boot. I don't know, says Poppy. Can you guess? The big hand and the little hand are both on 12, says Mrs. Boot. Can we have a picnic today? Asked Sam. I think it's 12 o'clock. You're right. Very good, Poppy. Mrs. Boot, Poppy and Sam carry their picnic out to the big field. I can see the church clock. Does it say 1 o'clock? I'm hungry. We must feed the new lamb soon, says Mrs. Boot. And Pippin, says Poppy. Can we help Ted get the cows in for milking? Asked Sam. It's 2 o'clock. What a very thirsty lamb, says Sam. It's 3 o'clock. Hello, Pippin, says Poppy. Here's some hay for you. Mrs. Boot, Sam and Poppy lead the cows to the shed. It's 4 o'clock. Milking time. Can we go to the train station to meet Dad? Says Sam. We mustn't be late, says Mrs. Boot. At the station, Mrs. Boot, Poppy, Sam and Rusty wait on the platform. They are just in time to see the train coming in. Sit down, Rusty, and stop barking, says Mrs. Boot. He's seen Dad, says Sam. Yes, we can all go home for supper now, says Mrs. Boot. Here's the train. It's 5 o'clock. It's on time. Look, there's Dad. Time for supper. Look, Poppy, it's 6 o'clock. I knew it was 6 o'clock, says Poppy, because the little hand is on 6 and the big hand is on 12. Very good, Poppy, says Mrs. Boot. I knew that too, says Sam. Mr. Boot has brought home presents for Poppy and Sam. I've got a toy clock. Both the hands on my watch are on 6, says Poppy. The big hand has moved halfway around the clock. That's half an hour, so that's half an hour past 6, or half past 6, says Mr. Boot. Oh, I see. That's easy, says Poppy. My watch is a real one. I'm too sleepy to tell the time now, but I'll get it right tomorrow, says Poppy. So will I, says Sam. Well, we hope you enjoyed that story. Please check out some of the other stories on our channel. Thanks for watching.